Oh Lord.
Tide ho.
Oh Lord.
Ho tide.
Lord. Oh
Tide
my.
ho.
Wait a minute. Oh Lord. Hey you guys.
We're back.
How are you guys doing?
How y'all doing?
What's going on?
And the question is how I'm doing.
Oh, excuse me. The answer is not good.
Boy bad.
All right, you guys. This one's going to be
Are we gonna even do our introduction? This is Tide Ho here.
we didn't do it last time, but okay,
Yes, we
whatever.
did.
Oh, well, if you say so. I am Oh Lord.
And this is
The TL show.
how you guys doing? Welcome back. Thank you, listeners.
Yes. If you're out there. No, just kidding. You're out there, I guess.
You better be.
Yes.
I know we're out there. I listen.
Yeah, I do too. I edit the videos myself, so I listen then and I cringe, and then I'm like, I can't listen to it again, but I sometimes do.
Okay, talk to them about the topic.
The topic today is going to be we're going to talk about this really frequently. Relationships.
No.
Okay. Anyways.
Yes, relationships, you guys. We all been through them, hopefully.
Oh, yes. We all have.
If you guys haven't, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Maybe
we'll help
tips.
you.
Yeah, we will.
We'll try. Don't take everything. Because some things might not work for you. Some things might work for you that don't work for us. And then some things that work for us might not work for you. So, just be very...
And I'm with the zodiac, so I'm going to say the sign. Oh, yes, I will.
You will.
Yes, it's a Cancer
Be ready
thing.
for, if you guys do those things where, you drink if you do that, drink if he says Cancer, because he's going to say that really frequently.
Oh, God, they're going to be dead. You're going to be dead. Yes, you're going to be dead. You're going to be dead. Yeah.
True.
Okay.
All right, you guys. So we're gonna just go ahead and slide on right into it. Just give you guys the easy. We're gonna go with, how did you start dating? Like, what was the thing that started you dating? How did you first meet your first guy that you dated? Let's go with that.
Oh, of course it was an app,
Yes.
actually, when I met this person. And I don't know. It was just like slowly happening.
Mhm.
And I really kind of liked the person. The person was very older. It was an Aries. Watch out for the Aries cancers. Watch out for them. And I think that was the first person I really felt like I was in love with. So that was like kind of like the first relationship for me, and it was a lot. So I think was like, I was 24 at that time, and this person was like 43 or something.
Oh wow, they are.
Yeah, it was up there, and at that time,
actually, they're like a flip of your age. They're like a flip of your age. You're 23, they're 40.
I was 24, so it was like, I was like, yeah, like probably
they're a flip of your age. They're 42.
Yeah, and that was an issue for that person as well. Yeah. So it wasn't for me, because when I love you, I love you, and I'm with you. Yeah, like, I'm with you. So that was like first time I remember I started dating was with that person, because mostly I wasn't out there like that. I wasn't like meeting out with a bunch of people. It was just kind of like I found somebody, and the person was just I'm sorry, I had to pass that drink.
Yep.
Pass that drink. This is
I'll
put
this up there. No, I'm saying put it up there.
I can take some of the Irish.
No, I'm saying put it right there.
I can take some of the Irish.
Okay, well, whatever.
You see that, you guys? You see it?
I'm not trying to hog it.
I'm trying to say, I'm telling, pass the Irish.
You can say so.
I need wait, hold on.
Right, it come out.
Drink break.
But I'll go ahead. Okay, fine. You got it.
Pour your drink before you try to run off on me.
Okay.
And I forgot where I was at.
Okay, you do say that you love hard, which I believe that.
So I didn't. So no, I think you said it's kind of starting dating. So I don't even think I really like dated. I got to know him, and that was me dating him. But I think it was like kind of like the. Oh, I forgot you had that.
Right.
I don't even think I'm going for my bike ride. I better be careful. I was supposed to go for a bike ride after this, y'all. I don't think this happening. This is not happening. It is. It's in there.
But yeah, I get that. Like, and the thing is,
I
especially
locked
when you're
hard.
young, you love hard.
I
Like you
locked
like,
that first love, you guys. I'm telling you, in a lot of scenarios, it does not. I would say it lasts forever. For some people, like they
yeah,
have to go through people, and I feel like I went
especially
through.
your first love.
I went through a lot. So because it's like every relationship, you learn yourself so much more. You know what
True.
I'm saying? You get on a path of knowing what you want, what you had, and it gets you very intuitive in yourself. And you can get to the point, especially when you first start dating, you start dating the same people. And it can be
Yeah.
to the point that that person is not really the right person you need to be dating.
True.
And, you know, and it
Let's
comes to the point that's what you
say
search for.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Because it can be a person that's just constantly bad for you. You keep on just dating people just bad for you.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and you'll find someone who's really, really good, like text you back, probably call, probably like really
Extra, puts effort. Put a
put
little
effort,
effort.
and you will get to that person, and you would not. It would be so annoying. And I can say definitely for the person I'm dating now, it so was weird in the
Yeah.
beginning to like be with this person to be like, oh my god, like you know why?
Especially from that previous situation that we're
Yeah,
not going to really bring up. We're
yeah.
just going to lightly
I
say.
might throw a little hints and say because I really want to give y'all
Oh,
my
he's
truth.
probably going to be there in the
I have to
next
give my
segment.
truth, you know what I'm saying? So, and
Yeah.
some of these things I probably say, actually, Bay at the time does not, pretty much so know because I feel like, you know, and I don't even know too much about his exes because it's like, I
That's
don't,
one of the things you need to kind of keep out of your new relationships.
you
I
know,
mean, they should know some things, but it's like if your relationship revolves around my ex used to do this and I
yeah,
hated it, or my ex used to do this and I love it. You know, it's like that's your
don't
relationship's
do
failing.
that and don't, I think it's like you can create a scenario where a person feel like they got to compete with that.
Yeah.
You know, never be like, my ex just do this and they were like good at it. Like something like you're saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, my ex used to, you know, saying like, don't do that. If
Yeah.
there's something you want that your ex probably did and you probably enjoy it, just tell them. Don't tell them that it's because of your ex because
Yeah.
that's just not a good way to do it.
Yeah, because it's always going to be a competition between your ex
Exactly. And
and
don't
that
think
new
everybody
person.
gonna pick on like your ex
Yeah.
did. So don't do that.
Not everybody's going to do it.
Yeah. So that's the only person I think I dated. Not we really really got into.
Well, your first.
Yeah, my first love. So
Yeah.
that's
All
pretty much
right.
who it was. So what about you?
Okay, I've mentioned my first love to you guys pretty infrequently. I know I mentioned them in that he wanted me to not do stuff.
I'm quite sure this is a Pisces thing. They constantly say it.
See, go ahead, y'all can go ahead and take a shot. He didn't pull out the Cancer, but I'm just gonna say it for you guys. You're welcome.
I am looking.
It's okay.
I had to do it 3 or 4 times because that's how much shade I was trying to throw.
Okay, but yeah, it was
This is a shade fan, you guys. By the way,
if
that
you hear
noise.
it, it's
One of us is doing shade. So we're gonna keep this in between of us.
yeah,
Okay?
it's gonna happen. We're gay. It's a part of our culture. It's just a
Exactly.
norm. Like you just
Oh my god. Oh my god. Gay is we can do anything. We
especially
can
the
do
black
any
ones. Especially
fucking
when you're
thing.
black.
When you gay, you can do the fuck anything. That's what I think the straights get mad about. We can do anything and get away with it.
We're fun.
Exactly. Not saying that you should do
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
We're not. Bitch, we can do it.
We're like fun. You
I
guys.
can make out with a girl and not feel bad about it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to feel bad about it.
I have.
You did. You bitch. Get the fuck out. Give me your flag right fucking now.
Oh my gosh.
Can I get your flag? I want it now. You tried it.
But anyways, yeah. I've mentioned this one, and my first was, you guys. My first is on Craigslist. That's actually fun. It's funny. It's funny because
But
it was
this
like
is
at
not
that
true
time.
for you guys. Mine
Yeah.
was Jack. So no, mine wasn't Jack. I was on Boys Ahoy.
Okay.
You heard of that one? It's kind of it's mixed with
It's kind of like Jacked, I'm sure.
No, yeah, kind of like Jack a little bit, but Jack is more extreme.
Oh, yes.
Jack Attack.
Yes.
No, it's Boys Ahoy, and it's connected with some other. I'm trying to think. It's connected
like
with
Badu or something like that.
Not Badu. It's something connected with it.
Oh, okay.
So Trace can kind of see your profile too, but it's like on. It's the
Oh,
same
kind
app.
of like Plenty of Fish kind of thing. It's like more like Plenty of Fish.
I don't know. I never been on Plenty of Fish,
Oh,
but
okay.
I know it's like a which column. It connects with some kind of app where even straight people can see you as well.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but it's like it's just have it's the same website. It's just a different app you can go to, but it's the same website, same thing. But they just have the one for the gay people.
Oh, okay.
That's on the side, so you can just see most of the local gays. But they have straight people that just be straight and they can hit you up.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm trying to think what it is. I'm gonna get to it later, but go on.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my first. It was
It
on
was on
Craigslist,
Craigslist. Okay.
and uh, uh, I've told Tyto about a lot of stories, you guys, that I'm probably not going to share with you guys right now, or period. It's
It
probably
may come out if you constantly listen and
yeah,
subscribe and tune in.
yeah, oh yeah,
You're gonna find a lot about us,
oh
and
yes,
hopefully a lot about yourselves. I think that's why
yeah,
we're doing this, so you
yeah.
can probably like want to open
Help
your
yourselves
minds.
while we help ourselves.
I'm trying to tell you because we got a fan. We listened back to this probably like years later. We were like, oh my god, like where were we?
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be like amazing.
But he was horrible. Well, I mean, he was okay at first, and then he was
Is
horrible.
this
You know.
spicy? Yeah, of Craigslist.
I told you that I did.
Oh, Craig, and you got
Yeah,
a Pisces.
that's the crazy one. You know. I've told
I
him
don't like him, by the way.
so many things. I've told him so many things. Yeah, it was not good. And he was like one of those ones, like very confused. Like he was DL1. He wanted to be straight, but he didn't want to be straight. Two, his goal, his ideal goal was like the white twink types. Three, so it's like, you know, you have all these things coming at you while you're trying to date this person, and you know that they don't want you, but they do want you, but you know, and you love them, but you don't need to love them. And it was a lot.
Do you
It
feel
was
like y'all were
horrible.
really dating? So do you feel like it was a dating situation, or it would feel like you probably was dating him, but were you dating him out, or you were dating him inside?
I was 18, 19.
Okay, so were you dating him inside or you were dating him outside? Because y'all can look at that too. You can find yourself in a scenario, you're dating somebody, but y'all always inside. And I
Yeah,
had that situation happen to me
yeah,
where we weren't go nowhere. Okay, a drive through is not going anywhere.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or even you eat in somewhere, like you gotta really like be out, like
yeah.
out with the person, and the person not shame you. So you can be inside dating where they just have you inside, and they can have outside dating where you can be outside. So do you
True.
feel like you were inside? Because you say it was DL. So will you feel like you were inside dating or you was outside dating?
It was inside.
So it
He
was an inside
did
dating.
one
So
time want to take me to a skate park, but then that somehow turned into going into a hotel, and it didn't become a date. So let's just go ahead and say, yeah, it wasn't good. It was a
mm,
lot of aspects of that has probably ruined men to me, where I don't trust people. So it's, you know, but
I
yeah,
don't think it should ruin trust, but I
yeah,
think it's to the point it helps you in a way to know that at
you
the end of the
can't
day,
trust everybody.
yeah, that can be the fact, but you can say, hey, I may love you, but I'm not going to be blinded by your bullshit.
Yeah,
I know exactly what is happening. I know, because when you love someone, you start to believe anything they say, even their
true.
lies. You be like, oh, you're getting that, but you got to know, hey, this is it. This is a
Yeah,
fact. This is what it is.
yeah,
So it makes you stronger to look above that. And I feel like I'm way above point where if a scenario was to happen, I'd be like, okay, something's not making sense here. I don't care what you say, like, because I'm not saying to be paranoid because I'm not a paranoid person, but I know exactly what makes sense and what does not.
yeah.
So it can give you that boost, even though yeah, it does make you more cautious. Less easy to trust. Let's just get that.
Okay.
Less
Well,
easy
yeah,
to
that's
trust.
true. That's true.
Okay.
We can go with that, I guess. But yeah, it was one of those things where it was like really bad. It was a nightmare, I'll say that. But it was I let's just go ahead and skip to the next thing.
I would.
It's a lot. I'll just say that. It's a lot. It was
But
a
do you
lot.
feel like because I feel like anything you go through bad and everything, I think everything's a learning lesson,
Yeah,
whatever
I
it's
feel
good
like
or
I
bad,
did learn
and
from
and
it.
definitely bad. So
I
yeah,
think I did definitely learn from it in that
it's a
um
bittersweet thing you can say.
I could say that. It was this is also the one that I told you about, that I told you what happened.
Oh, I know about him.
Yeah, you remember I told you that. It's a lot. I'll just say that.
And I don't know. It's yeah. It's really. it's a bittersweet situation at the same time, but I think at the same time, it's something that you pretty much so got to go through and let go. And I think sometimes when we're not where we want to be at in life and
Yeah.
we feel like we put our life on hold or we did something for someone or sometimes I feel like we wasted our time with a person as well,
True.
that we get in this spunk where we're just like, we're trying to get over it. Because I know I'm over it, but it's never a point of seeing. Okay, I can say some of my financial situation like back. I was always on point on everything, and I feel like this person came my word and kind of messed that up. But I gotta understand, I messed that up, not him. I
Yeah.
messed that up. So
Yeah.
any situation, you have to think about you.
Yeah.
You let this happen, even though you knew the
True.
facts. You don't want to ask your question like, okay, is he lying or is he telling the truth? You ask yourself those questions. So
True.
it's a you thing.
Yeah.
All the way. It can be that person, yeah, they still asking, but you don't want allowed to let this go on. So it's a whole you process,
Yeah.
and that's the point of you loving yourself and saying, you know what, but we gonna get in.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a lot. And I do feel like I did learn about myself in that I need to, because I was before then, I was very about, I have to make people like me. I have to make everybody like me. I want people to like me. I want people to love me. I want friends. I want this. I want that. It was just like, I was a mess. And I
Mm-hmm.
used to not, like you experience hurt from people and you're like, well, that's okay. That one person didn't, but I still want them to like me. So it's like I'm still forcing myself to make people like me, and it wasn't working out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to be accepted. I was trying to be, I don't know. It wasn't, I wasn't trying to be loved. I just was trying to be liked by people, and they didn't like me, but it was like they were ready to use me
Mm-hmm.
because I was considered smart at that time. Now, not so much.
Oh my goodness, see you being hard on yourself. I'm not saying you
No,
ain't smart at all. You are
I'm
very
actually very
smart.
serious. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what I am. You know,
How
y'all
you gonna
gotta.
say you're not smart? Shit, I will come to you and ask you anything. You know what? We might have to take a break so I can slap some sense into him because I don't know what he's talking about. That drink is hitting too hard.
Okay,
We're gonna have to. We're gonna bypass this and have a conference call later. Well, not
but yeah.
a check. Okay, so
But how
that.
did the apps make you feel? Like, how did the apps
Oh,
make you feel and the dating?
okay. So we're gonna talk about next topic.
No, no, no. We're still on this. We're still on this right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm about to get on it.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It.
You know, you was like, how you feel about it? Well, yeah.
No, it is that. How did the apps make you feel?
Wait a minute. Oh my god, we both messed up. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. How the apps made me feel. Okay, so can you just like probably say what the first app that you were on?
The first app that I remember joining, oh my god, it was so many. It's been so long.
No. We say the first one. And how
The
did it make you
first
feel?
one that I remember joining, would have to be BGC.
No, I never heard of that one.
Yes, you have Black Gay Chat.
I don't remember.
What?
Look, I don't know. Okay, go on. So
Okay, that was the first one that I remember joining for sure, and I was in ooh, I gotta sneeze, but I can't sneeze.
you can't sneeze. What you talking about?
No, it's like it's when it's
Oh, it's not coming out.
Yeah.
My auntie used to do that a lot. She'd be like, "Eh." I'm like, girl, get it out. And she used to do it a lot. And I'm like, get it out. Like, I'm tired of you with this. Because I'm trying to hold my bless you
right
behind.
here. It'd be right here, and it's just sitting right there, and it's like it's trying to go out. It's trying to go out, and I'm like, you got to come on. We got to do this.
Oh no, I don't
It's a
hold
group
sneeze.
effort.
I hate when I hold sneeze. That hurt.
I'm
That's
not.
painful.
I'm not holding it in. It just don't want to go.
That's what I said. I hate not getting it, but I usually get it every time.
Okay.
It's every full moon that happens, and when that happens, I get really pissed.
I know, because it hurts. It's like painful. It's like these.
It's like,
here.
and it's like a steam that hits. Oh God!
It's just sitting there.
And
And
you're
just like, come on now.
Okay,
but anyways, BGC was a lot. In its heyday, it was fun, because I met a lot of guys. It was a lot of nice people. I didn't do anything with them because around that time, it was like, before I was 18, 19, I was like 17, 16. And I was like on BGC acting like I was grown and all that, talking to guys and stuff like that. None of them ever met me. I never met anybody. Like, I was just sitting there like, okay, whatever. And so it was like, I was just on there. Just talking to people, meeting guys, getting to know people. It was weird. It was a good time. It was fun. Like, the stories were great. The guys were great. It was a lot of drama. It was a lot of,
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot of fun drama. Really?
What? Nothing. That was my phone. That's your phone.
No, I'm talking about the picture.
I sure do. He made this he did this edit photo of me, and he had put lyrics on there. Now my favorite song is Rihanna, Sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the song. It's by Rihanna, and the song is Sledgehammer. It was written by Rihanna and Sia, and it is like my pop. That helped me got over a lot of shit.
Oh, it did. That's one of those songs that you listen to and you just want to, you cry a little bit, but you're like, you know what? I'm over it. You wiping the tears. You're like, I'm over it. I'm done.
It was like everything. I used to do the movements. I used to be at work. I did security. I used to be in the back, just like, yeah. Right. It was so powerful. I love even the video. Like it was like that's my favorite Rihanna video, by the way.
I can see that.
It's a shout out to Riri. If you're listening, Riri, you girl. I am Captain Lieutenant of Houston, Texas. I am running your Navy quarters very well. I am definitely stationed in Galveston sometimes if you need me to get the ships ready. So we can go to Barbados, baby. Yes. Lord. Team Navy, Rihanna Navy.
Lord.
Thank you.
But I mean, I get it. It was one. It's a gorgeous song. I would say that. Like it's one of those good, like really, like one of those songs that you listen to. And it has like such a deep message, but it's like I'm not trying to have a message, but I have a message. Mm-hmm. Catch the message, catch that message, live with it, use it. That's one of those things. So yeah, it was one of those like BGC was fun. I'll just say that, and that was like the first app. It made me I don't know, like I wasn't really desired that much. Mm-hmm. But I would meet guys and they would try to be with me and stuff like that, and we would not have nothing would happen. So it was just like whatever. And I made friends. I made a lot of friends around that time. Like I had made my one of my friends for a little while, who is we dated for a few minutes and it wasn't because excuse me. After we dated, we became friends, and he's one of those people who, when he gets into a relationship, nobody else matters. Like he stops talking to friends, he stops talking to family. Oh, you talking about
Girl Bad?
Oh yeah, I don't think you've seen this one. You haven't seen this one. This friend. What?
Oh, okay.
No, you haven't. He's one of those people. Like when you talk to him. And then next thing you know, he disappears.
Baby, she get in a relationship. She'll forget that you ever existed.
Right.
And I've been on her ass since elementary. And I'm talking about third grade shit.
And then afterwards, hey, girl, what you doing? What happened? Where you came from?
But when they break up with them or they having a break, they all on your phone. What happened?
Where you going? We need to hang out.
Girl, please. I said, girl, I got tired of that. I said, no, I'm not going to do that no more. Forget it.
Yeah.
Okay, go
But
on.
that was like one of my, and I don't know. That was my first app. But outside of that, apps make me feel, I'll go ahead and let you say your thing and then we'll go into it.
Okay. Well, my first app was actually that I remember I was Boys Ahoy. Mm-hmm. And when I first got on there, I got this little thuggish photo I had, and I was just so young, and I was just like,
what time period was this?
I was like, I don't know. I think I was 20 if I remember getting on it, because I didn't have no internet at the time. Like I was like 18, 19, I was like at home, like no internet, nothing, no shit. I used to watch like
20 was like early 2000s, so that was like
that was 2019. I'm so 19. we didn't even hit 19. 2008, 18. No, 2008. Why can I say 18? Oh Lord, it is hitting.
Because you were like, you saying you were 18.
Because I was born in 1990. So I was that was like 2008 and 9. And I think 2010, that's when I eventually got on the app. And I had put this photo up there, and it was like kind of hot. I was like fucking hot. No, I'm just saying. And I don't know. And I wasn't really getting too much play. I wasn't really like, it was like I was getting hit up a lot, but it was like I wasn't going to even meet these guys. And plus, a lot of them was like way out of town and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
and I was like, wow, what I'm going to do with you? But then I remember before I even met my first ex, I don't know. I had lost I was like at the perfect size that I wanted to be. I was in the gym. I was looking like so I was eventually like dressing myself very, very cute, and I used to have like take pictures of myself, and then I was just like bam, like everybody was like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? That goes to show you, that brings us back to a preview that we did about the stereotypes with gays. Like they want you mostly like small,
even if they not like. They want you to be fine, even if they're not fine. Exactly. They want you to be light skinned, even if they're not. And then it's like this weird. It's this weird thing. It's
so much stuff.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying. So I was just like, bam, bam, like which kind? Like I was all that. So at that time, like I think after that, when I eventually, that was just like my first happened. Like once I eventually met up with that person, which was my first love or whatever, and we pretty much I wasn't on the apps after that because I was like faithful and shit. Because I'm a faithful motherfucker. Yeah. I'm saying faithful shit. No, I'm just faithful. That's just it. So I was having like that scenario. So it was like pretty much so that one app, boys ahoy. That was it.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so the last question, and then we're gonna go right along to our sponsors. Now that you've gotten through them a little bit, now that you've been on a couple of apps. How do you feel about it?
I'm sorry, a lot, because we both did a lot.
Yeah.
You said a couple a lot, probably. Yeah. Especially in the gay community, because...
That's all we have. Because we can't... I mean, we have clubs. That's it.
But no one want to go to the club all the time. You just want to stay home and just get on the phone and say, okay, what you doing?
He's cute. I'm just going to do this and move on right on along.
Because they can be at the club, but they don't mean they're going to approach you.
True.
They're not. They'll approach you on the app fast and they approach you in the club. Yes. So that's how it is. Because they don't want to look too thirsty in front of people. Yeah. People always eyeballing.
And then if somebody say no, nobody like being embarrassed.
Exactly. So,
okay. Do you take apps seriously? Like, how do you feel about them? Do you take them serious?
I think it's...
jokingly get on? What do you do?
When I was on it, because I'm not on it, because I got a man.
Okay, whatever.
But I don't think actually the person I'm with, we actually never met on the app.
Oh yeah, I know.
We met on the app and we became the best of friends. But
yeah, we did.
So you can meet a friend. So I think, in case scenario, I think it's how you play into it. You know what I'm saying? I think when you on these apps, you have to understand the pros and the cons at the same time, but you can't take things too seriously. You got to remember one thing at the end of the day, even though if you're looking for a relationship or whatever case you're looking for, most like idea you got to look for a friend. Because in the end, don't go up and say, I just want to be with somebody and all that. I don't care what kind of app it says or whatever. Because in the end, don't do that. Because I know in a lot of gay communities, you just see that so much. Like, they'll meet each other, have good sex and all that, and automatically, we're in a relationship and all that, and the relationship don't even last less than a month. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be calling each other bae and all that.
You have those people who'll be like, oh, we met on an app. Maybe it'll work for you. It don't work for you. Don't just assume that it's going to work for you.
Exactly. And don't assume that that's going to be the person that you're going to be with because you're on the app. So I think it's just the point of be open-minded. Yeah. Do not sit up there and think whoever you're talking that you're going to be in a relationship. Just sit there. Don't expect too much. Your expectations should be very low, especially in the gay community. And just go with the flow. Don't overdo it. Don't be so desperate because if you're desperate, that's going to make it horrible. Don't be on the apps being desperate. Be in the point that I'm just chilling, I'm just talking to people, conversing, and whatever happens may happen. Yes, those apps did lay gateways for us to probably, hook up with somebody or whatever, then took it too serious and all that. But you got to remember that. Now, don't be somebody giving your coochie away and then thinking the person going to be in love with you.
Oh, yes, because they get it thrown every day.
Exactly. You can get ass before you get some water from somebody. I can guarantee you. So, let's be quite frank with that. So don't expect too much. So I take it for whatever
your intent and purpose is.
Exactly. I take it for just me just talking and getting to know somebody. That's how I take it. I don't take it too serious. I don't take it with you. I'm just taking it for whatever it is because I don't know these people. These people are behind a computer, a phone. A phone.
Oh, I see it. Never mind.
Behind the phone, and they can say anything and be anything. So I mean, I'm going to take it so serious.
True.
Oh, this picture man cute. You might meet this person by look down like Donald the Duck.
Oh,
And
did I tell you about that time I got catfished?
oh, we're gonna definitely get into that.
I'll show you the picture so we can get your live reaction in a second.
Oh
In the
Lord.
next one. All right, you guys. But for me, I do and then I don't. Like, I sometimes be like, I'm looking for a relationship, but then, I'm like, you know what? This
Never
is not
say
the
looking
place.
for a relationship. Never say.
This is not
You
the
guys
place.
never say looking for a relationship.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's definitely thirsty.
Yeah.
But just say I'm looking for a friendship.
Yeah.
Looking for somebody to talk to, get to know. That's it. You're not looking
but
for
it's
a
so
relationship.
weird.
What?
Because when you say, I just want friends, that's when they all hit you up. They be like, oh, well, I mean, I'm really interested in a relationship, but I'm not, so I don't understand.
I never say that you're not.
No, I get what you're saying.
But you
I get
probably
what you're
is
saying.
interested in a relationship.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like, I'm not about to automatically think it's you. I'm just going to see, like I say, interest in friends and whatever leads to whatever. Because I think that's when you've grown up. When you grow up, you know what, I think anyone idea of knowing what that is. And I think that's why they go into, oh, you want a relationship.
Yeah.
Because you're saying friends. Yeah, in the case in point, but I don't know if I'm going to get it here.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to just, like I said, with my eyes, because in the end, just because I talk and we hang out and we have it, don't mean that I'm yours.
Yeah.
At the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, it's so many scenarios can go with that, but at the same time, I always say I'm looking for a friend.
Yeah.
At the same time, because I don't need nobody to be rushing into something.
You never know.
A person need to get to know you before they try to be in a relationship with.
Because you never know. Friends might be all you need. Friends might be the first thing and the last thing you need, especially on the maps. But all right, you guys, we'll be back with our unpaid sponsors.
Yes.
All right, give us a second. We'll be back.
Oh my God, get to the sponsors. We need some money. Oh, it's unpaid, huh?
Yes.
Monday.
Like, that mattered to me to make sure you were okay. I'm willing to continue to speak. Like I said before, I'm sorry for calling you a building.
We sorry, y'all.
This is a snack break.
I'm sorry. We sorry.
We couldn't think of a real sponsor this time.
We drunk this alcohol and then not having too much in our stomach.
Fun fact: don't drink alcohol on an empty stomach. Hey, like in the whatchamacallit? What do you think?
Child, when you starving like this,
You don't
anything
care?
tastes good.
True.
Bologna tastes good.
Bologna is good.
I don't like
Especially when you fry it and put on some cheese, some grilled cheese. Make it like a cute grilled cheese soup.
I don't like that.
You know what? I don't know why we're friends.
This is our last broadcast, y'all.
Ew. He makes deplorable choices.
All right, y'all. Y'all hear that?
Deplorable.
Look,
That's my new word today.
deplorable.
All right, you guys. We're going to get back to our show.
But we're going to eat this first.
Oh, yeah. We need a little bit of a longer. It's going to be a long break.
We might forget to come back.
Oh, yeah. It might be tomorrow. Did we finish the podcast? No, we didn't.
Y'all might just get this. All right, y'all.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, we lucky we back. Y'all lucky we back. I swear.
We got into this whole thing, and then I started scrolling on this website that I like to scroll on.
We're not going to even bring that up.
We're not going to tell you the details. Let's just say it was a blessing.
For him.
For you too, to look at it.
I got a man to look at.
Okay, whatever. Still.
I got video. No, I'm just Okay, you guys. So let's get back into it. Real deep. So we're on relationship. Y'all already know the topic.
We're doing this right here.
I know.
Okay. So
relationship, the good and the bad, and that I should have never.
So let's go ahead.
That should be the bad too.
No, okay. It's a difference.
Oh, it's a difference. No, it is. Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Okay, you guys.
Well, I mean, I think we should probably change the last part to not.
Yeah, I should never to.
Let's say like the lesson learned instead, because I feel like the I should never. You should. Like you said earlier. You said earlier, like every relationship you get into is a learning experience. Every person you deal with is a learning experience. So yeah, we should change that to the
See,
Lesson
guys,
learned.
we're proactive. We're sitting up
Yes.
here working
We're
on things in front of
we're
you.
like so grown. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God! Stop! Stop growing up. I'm already old.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Well, we kind of sober up a little bit, so I think it's gonna be time because I just ate a whole bag of popcorn, like half of it. Yeah,
It was not a whole bag. It wasn't that much left over.
he trying to do this because he's my friend. That's why he gotta lie it out. I feel it's Irish today.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the Irish
Oh
cream.
my God.
It's not that delicious, but it goes down.
I'm trying to. You drink this, you going downtown on your man.
Oh, that's true. But anyways, let's go ahead and do it. So, I already know what your good is, so we're just gonna bypass your good, and go to my thing.
I wouldn't even say. I would. Let's just do the bad because I think we.
Where's the fan? Oh, so you want to start off the bad
just,
ones, and then go into the good?
I think we would go to the good relationship because I think at the point you wouldn't have nothing to say. I don't think.
Oh,
well, look, because hold on, wait, stop, wait.
I actually do have a good relationship going on right now.
Yeah, with itself. And it's amazing. Huh?
I have a good relationship with Jesus. Thank you very much. Okay.
Oh my, I got one too. That's my best one right there. But I really don't want to do good because I feel like I don't know. I don't want to do good. I think and definitely for the person I'm dating. It's actually about the person I'm dating right now. And it's really good. And I just kind of want to keep it sacred a little bit.
Yeah, and plus, you never know what happens. But I'm very sure it's not going to be bad. Oh wow!
You know what? Don't see. I
fan?
knew that he probably would go there, but I'm kind of giving the side eye like, shut the.
Where's the fan?
You know what?
Where's
Okay,
the fan?
let's just do the bad, the bad relationship, and we can probably do.
Had hidden my fan.
We can do. I don't know what a fan is. I think we can do the expectation with respect from a good relationship.
No, that's the next one. That's the whole next one. I think we should just go with.
Let's
go with the bad and the lesson learned. Let's do that. Let's just call it the bad and the lesson learned. I think all the
lesson learned, but we'll go in the moment where we got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So give me your bad relationship.
I'm doing this for him because he has did it.
Okay.
That's how many shades he has given me.
And
I'm a little happy. What?
There we go. The professional throw in it.
Excuse me. The professional shade thrower, yes. You're good at that.
Okay, but what would you consider your first bad relationship?
I think the first was the worst one because I would say I could add that to my lesson learned, but I think that was like the first thing that really pretty much hurting me real bad. But I think that was a lesson learned stepson for me. So I'm going to do that as my lesson learned. So I'm not going to do the first. But I think the one before the person I'm dating right now, and I think it's just amazing. So that really like crumbled me, and it really opened me up. That. It was a lot.
It was.
It was like I couldn't even function. I couldn't even focus on me. It definitely. Oh, that's fine. Thank you. Mm-hmm. That's what friends for. Even though I'm not on camera, he's still making sure I don't have no crumbs on my mouth. Yes. I was hungry, you guys. So, and I think it was. Well, he had a sandwich right away. I didn't even get a sandwich.
It was a burger.
It don't matter.
And I know you're not doing bread.
I would have ate meat. I've been eating meat all this week.
It was a partial.
Man, meat never.
Okay.
No. And that situation really, really put me bad. I felt like I was in a situation where I was pretty much dating a person inside. I felt like this was that inside dating that I did. And I think this was like
plus it was
this was my first relationship.
A little bit of you were basically dating yourself.
Yeah. And it was Libra, by the way. Watch out for them Libras. Watch out. If you don't watch out for the Libra, okay, I'm not about to go that far in it, but we'll get through that.
We've been talking about, as a society, we all hate Geminis, but we should talk about the true villain, the Libras.
Mm-hmm. Geminis will probably be more upfront with you than Libra. I can tell you, because Libras don't know. Like, when it comes to their feelings and stuff like that, they're not really on point, but they can help you out with other different situations.
Oh, yeah.
But for as them emotionally, they can't handle that. They're very off balance with that. I know they said the scale. They're on the scale of helping other people's situations. But when it comes to them, they don't have balance it. No.
They can't do it.
Especially if it's emotional. Yeah.
It's either you're wrong or you're wrong.
They don't
That's
even
it.
know. And I feel like this situation, I was dealing with this person, and I feel like I was inside dating this person because this person would like really do not want, like, didn't want to go out, like pretty much go anywhere with me. It was very scenarios where I would call this person. This person wouldn't answer the phone. This person would be. One time this person was like, I was calling this person. I know exactly what time he got off, and I had called him and I had left him a message and stuff like that. And I don't like leaving voicemails.
Yeah,
I do. That is not my thing. So I had to
either.
love your ass if I was leaving a voicemail. And I did, and I even sent a text message and all that. And I haven't heard from this person all day. And then turn around, I went out with my friends. Actually, you were there, and my other best friend.
Is that when we were with JR?
Yeah, that's when we was at Crockers.
Oh, is that when that situation? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Now, I remind you, I haven't spoken to this person for that rest of that afternoon. I see the person now. So I'm like, you have time to go out, and you haven't had the time to call me.
Is this the one when they was with their cousin too?
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, like, why didn't you tell me, like, you were going out, dude? Like, what the fuck? And he was just like, like I said, Libras are so good at manipulating your ass. They can make anything in their favor. I don't care if you're fucking dead ass right and you got evidence to prove it. They know how to manipulate your ass and do that. And I felt like, I still brought to the scenario. I was like, you're out, and you can even text me and let me know you were going out. And he was like, oh no, and all that. I didn't know you really went out. You say you don't go out like that. I said, I don't go out like that. No, the point is, I really don't.
No, I'm saying that don't matter.
That don't matter. Yeah, that. But I'm like, I don't. But still now, like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you can even answer the phone. Like, if you would have called me, you know damn well I would answer that phone. And it was like that. And I was like, I was really, really hurt. And Lord was there with me. And
I hated him.
Yeah. They didn't even know who he was. Because it happened all so quick. Let me set the scene up for you guys. Okay, so I saw him. Like, I remember I just was like, I walked out of Crockers. You guys was right behind me. And I know, so when I walked out, I looked, and he has a certain shaped head. So I knew exactly what kind of head shape. And I was looking, I was like, is that him? And there are other people that has the same shaped head, but when I see it, I'm like, oh God, please don't tell me that's him. But he has a certain like shaped head.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I said it's ugly, but I'm like, and I was just staring. And that's when I was like walking close. It was like I was mesmerized because I'm like, I know this is not your ass here. So I was kind of like in a daze because I was walking slow behind him. So then his cousin was facing towards me when I was like approaching, and he was behind him because of course he was standing facing his cousin. So when I walked up and I was like, oh, okay. And then his cousin eventually stopped the conversation because it was having a conversation. The cousin was like, hey, someone's behind you. And turned around, hey, what's going on? And I was like, was shocked that he saw me. I was like, hey, how you doing? And I said, oh, yeah, I called you. He was like, oh, I'm just out chilling and stuff like that. Woo. So I knew that was his cousin. So, like, I was like, okay, I know.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't like him either.
Y'all didn't even, they didn't know. Because at this time, oh, Lord and my other friend walked out. So they didn't know what was going on. They just thought I was meeting up with a friend.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, whatever the situation was. And I was like, all right, are you going to introduce me to your cousin? Because I introduced him to you guys.
Yeah, and I was like, oh.
I don't even think they heard me say.
It was anticlimactic.
Hey. So, and didn't introduce me to his cousin. So I was so pissed. Because I was like, are you really about to do this? Because I thought it was going to be his cousin. So I was like really excited. Like, I'm about to buy past that. You didn't even call me. You up in here. But at least, like, introduce me to your cousin because I never met his cousin.
Yeah.
So I left and I thought about it because I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Bayou. So I left and I was like, no. This is like not about to happen to me. Like you really. And I walked up and I said, okay, so why you couldn't call me? I said, can I talk to you from on the side? He was like, oh, you can talk right here in front of my cousin. I was like, but I really want to talk to you like personally. Well, I said what? I just said okay. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna go in. I said, so what happened? I said I called you and I said you didn't call me back and all that. And he was like, I didn't get around to it. I said you ain't got around to it. Like I'm saying that like you're at the club. Like how you didn't get around to it? I mean, obviously
that's a priority over me.
Exactly, the club. And I'm not saying that we was. He felt like he made it as the point we was in an exclusive relationship.
That's my thing. You remember my first. Mm-hmm. He did that kind of same thing.
Made you think you was in an exclusive relationship, but you're not in an exclusive relationship. Yeah. So I was like, okay, so what is the problem? He's like, and all that. So his cousin listened to everything, and I'm like, I wish you would. You'll be going over this balcony real quick. And I was just like so livid, and he was like, "It's whatever." Like, okay, sorry.
No, you didn't really finish it, so they can't.
I'm like, oh, like I was just like so livid and just kind of like dismissed me and everything. So I just left or whatever case may be. Like, actually, I think you guys came and got me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did.
Because I kept trying to get you from during the situation. Because I was like, oh my God, we gotta go.
So at that time, I remember I called my other friend at the time because, I wanted him to come and like kind of, I think I needed my friends there, like all my friends. Like I needed my 3 set friends there. And I remember we walked, we sat at Bayou, and then I eventually went in the restroom, and then I saw him there again. And then I had went into the restroom because I was about to approach him. He's like, oh, Laura was like, no, don't do it. I was like, I'm about to approach his little bitch ass. I'm like, I cannot believe he's like trying to play with me. And you pulled me in the stall, and then I don't know, I just broke down.
Yeah.
And he actually heard that, by the way. He had heard me crying. And then he was like, you were crying and all that. And I was like, what is going on? And all that. Like, I don't understand. I'm like, understand, like, you kind of hurt my feelings. And I was just crying. And I was like, F him. No, F him.
Mad. I told you.
Yes.
I did not like him.
F him.
I didn't like that boy from the beginning. Well, no. From the beginning.
Because y'all didn't find out until after we went to Bayou. And then I told y'all, and I was like, that's him? It was like...
Yeah.
It was very confusing for y'all.
I was like, at least he could be fine. At least. He was just cute. He was just cute.
We're going to move on.
No, I'm just saying it's the truth. He's like one of those ones that, like the Jaden Smith type of guy where you're like, oh, okay.
Well, he ain't better than the guy I got right now. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
The guy I got now that's my boat. So I was just like really just mesmerized, just like hurt. I remember just crying, just like crying. And I'm not the type to just break down and cry in public. I am not the one. Don't get it twisted. I may be a Cancer, but I'm not a crybaby baby Cancer. No, but I am sensitive and I can take things to heart. But you won't know that. But you will catch the wrath. So I will get you back. So I was just like her, and I just like broke down. Like, oh, is this really like happened to me? And I felt like it was even beyond. It was like more situation after that was like really. It's like whatever I tried to do to make the relationship work or do for this person always switched it around and just like hurted me. Like when I was trying to help, I remember I can't even go into it. And I'm not about to, because that'll be a whole long subject.
This will be a 3-hour video
because it was so much I had dealt with this child in such a short period of time that it was so emotionally draining. And me, when I'm with you and I love you and I care about you, I do everything in my power to make it work. I do everything. I put everything into it because if I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm because I'm looking for happy ever after. Like the guy I'm with, he knows how I feel. Like I'm like, look, if I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm not here for games. I'm not here for all that. But I am patient. But at the same time, I need to know that we're working towards something. I don't believe in, we're just talking my ass. If I feel like I reach a level where I love you, and I'm kind of at the point I want to be exclusive and stuff like that. If that's not happening, that's going to be an issue for me. Yeah. And that's okay. But let me know that you're not there. And if you're not there, let me move on. Don't say, because I'm letting you know where I'm at with it. So,
and then I think that's one of the big problems with gay culture when it comes to dating. Like you have those guys who, I don't know what I want. Maybe I want a relationship. You don't. Mm-hmm. Just be honest. Just say what you want. Exactly. Don't string me along. And that was one of those things. That's why I didn't like him.
And I probably can use a good one or whatever. That's not related to the guy I'm dating now, which is the best.
Well, no, we're not doing good. Remember, we're doing the bad and the lesson learned. So.
Why is that I want to do that? Well, I want to say, look, like I said, all exes ain't bad exes. Not all of them. I think I had one that I felt like, because I feel like all the people I dated and all, I really don't feel like they generally care for me the way most like I care for them. Besides one, I would say, and me and him, well, I haven't seen him in a long time, but me and him is cool. I don't think I will ever have like beef with him or whatever case may be, even though, relationship is over. But at the time, I think that's the only person that I think, that situation, the letter.
The who?
The letter.
Oh, yeah. I thought you was talking about the other one.
Who?
The one that I said is not cute.
Who wasn't cute?
The one that you were with. They was all up under you.
Oh, yeah. That one too. Yeah. And that one was a Pisces and the other one was an Aries. Mm-hmm. So all Aries ain't bad, but watch them.
Don't take our words. Because you might meet one and you're like, oh, they're not bad. And next thing you know, they're horrible.
So, in those scenarios, so I would say out of all of them, I probably had two that I feel like generally cared about me.
Yeah.
Like really, really cared about me.
Okay.
And didn't want to hurt my feelings because I'm easily hurted, I would say. But don't think I can't. I'll roll with the punches.
Well, I've never had that experience, so I don't know what that's like. But anyways.
Okay.
Let's see. For me, the bad would have to be. This is one guy that I was dating. I think I showed you a picture of him. Did I?
What guy?
This white and Latino guy I was talking to. He was a lot. He was okay at first, and then he kind of got. I don't know. It's like
you were dating?
Yeah, we were dating. I don't think I told you.
I don't even think I even heard of this one.
He was online. He was an online one. I think I told you that. But it was a guy. He was I don't know. We met on this app. This not app, but it was like a gaming thing. We were on this gaming community together, and I started just talking to him because he was one of those guys that just like approached me, and he was like, "Oh, I like you," and we just started talking, and we just got to know each other, and
what sign is he?
He was a I forgot. I remember it, but I forgot just that quick. I think he was the person said it. Capricorn. He's a Capricorn.
Watch the Capricorns.
Yes, they love being above and better than you.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They will love it.
Mm-mm-mm.
If they can be better than you, they'll do it.
I know.
Even if they're wrong. Even if they're wrong.
Funny.
Even if they're wrong.
Mm-hmm. A Capricorn is funny as shit.
Oh yes. But that was the thing. He was this is him.
Oh, he's cute.
Oh, okay, sure. So anyways, yeah, he was
Have you ever met him?
No, we didn't meet in person yet. We were going to. We kept saying we were going to do it, but we weren't. He's let's see. I think the thing is I didn't like it because it was bad because he enjoyed, making me feel bad about myself. Like making it seem like he was smarter than me, making it seem like he knew better than me. I remember one time we got into I think I told you about this. One time we did get into an argument, and I was just basically mad at him because I said something, and he was mad at me because he didn't like it or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so it was like he got into an argument with me, and my friends got into an argument with him because it was like, well, you actually are wrong. You're actually wrong. You're actually very wrong. And he was still like, he didn't care. He kept doing it. So anyways, we just, was arguing in private. Then we got into an argument in private, and he's like, well, your friend said that I was right. And I was like, well, go with her then. Because I'm not going to change how I feel. You're just going to have to be on her side with her. Because, yeah. So he would do stuff like that. He would say stuff like that. He would belittle things like, if I say a word, I know the word. I know it's a real word. He was like, that's not a real word. And I'm like, yes, it is. It's like, no, it's actually not. I've never heard that word before. I was like, you want to go online and Google it? No, I'm not going to do all that. Well, then it's a word.
Okay, wait. Were y'all on phone or text?
Both. We would do both.
Arguing?
Yes.
Well, with the word situation, was y'all on phone texting?
No.
With phone?
No.
Text?
It was text. And so it was like just stuff like that. He would do that thing, like micro things that would annoy me, that would make me feel like I'm just stupid or something like that. And it's like, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. I know who I am as a person. Mm-hmm. And for you to sit here and continuously belittle me, I didn't like that. Mm-hmm. And that was our thing. Like, it was just
So who left who?
We broke up mutually. Like, it was like, I don't know. Like,
well, how long you been talking to him?
Almost a year. We were almost together for a year. It was almost about to be November. We met like last year.
He lived in Houston, right?
He lived in California. Well, actually, no. Take that back. He lived in Portland, Oregon. So he's far. But we were like, I don't know, it was weird. It was like a real relationship. It felt like one. Because we would do a lot of things together. We would watch movies online together. We would have deep, meaningful conversations or whatever together. It was a lot. But I don't know. We broke up because I was like,
Because this is the first time I'm really hearing about
okay,
this
well,
one.
the full story. Because I did actually tell you about this, I think. Before you were going to work. Before you were going to work one time. I told you. I remember. But it was just like, one day we and him just talked. And I was sitting there like, you know what? This relationship's not working for me. Like, I'm not happy. I know you're not happy. Like, all we do is argue. We don't hang out. We don't talk. We don't get along. So, do you want to just end it? Like, are you okay with that? And he was like, yeah, because I'm not happy. And I was like, I'm not either. And I think it's just, we need to break up. So, I mean, the breakup was great. I had fun with that in that, it was like one of those things where just do it. Just break up. Just don't be scared of that. Don't be scared of reaction. If it's bad or good, you need to let go for yourself. That's what I learned from that. So that was like the bad. And it was a lot. Like it was so many arguments. Like we just had so many petty, childish, stupid arguments. And then I remember one time we was in this group that we were all in. It was me, him, two or three of our friends, and so we had a meeting for the group because we were trying to make edit videos on the app and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, and we're getting close to doing this video, you guys. We just need to do a little more. And he got mad. He's like, we didn't do none of the video. I don't know why you lying to people and this and that. And I'm like, oh, it's it's leader speak. It's mostly to just be nice and say we didn't do anything, but to be like, oh, we're doing something, so we got to do, that kind of thing. I was just being nice. But it's like you arguing me down in front of these people and challenging me in front of our friends, And he loved doing that. That was his favorite thing. We would argue in private, but it was like the only thing that would happen in private is he would just come up to me and tell me something that a friend of mine did one time. That's it. And he'd be like, you need to tell them to apologize to me. And I'm like, I can't tell a grown person to do something that they don't want to do.
Oh boy, God. this girl bells and whistles is so messed up. I don't even know what to do.
It was horrible. But I guess I could take that as a lesson learned too, in that I know what I want. You're always gonna, no matter what relationship you get into, you figure out what you want with that person. Like if you get into a relationship and you don't like the person, you figure out, I don't want this. I don't want this kind of personality. I don't want that. I don't want, that's one of those things. So I did learn a lot of myself from it. So it can kind of go into the lesson learned, but it is the bad because it was horrible. I was very unhappy. Like I was almost depressed. I almost got into a depression because it was like I didn't really want to hang out with people because I'm like, I don't really want to do anything because this is why. But yeah, that's the bad. There's more details, but it's just, I'm just going to give you guys the light version. But what's your lesson learned relationship?
My lesson learned, I feel like, I was in a situation where, I was abused in one of my relationships, and that was the first. And,
wait, is this the one that was like 42? Really?
Yeah. Oh. I thought I told you that.
You didn't.
Yeah. Actually I was. And
was it physical or mental?
Was physical. It was more physical than really mental sometimes. It was like physical. I don't think emotionally he put me down. I don't think he never did that. But I know he used to get outraged and he'll do things like I remember the first time he hit me. I think it was in my apartment. I first got my apartment, and he came because he used to live here, and then he moved to Dallas, and he came down here to visit. And plus, he had to handle some business. So most likely, he was coming down to handle his business more than worry about seeing me. It just have to play safe. That's how.
You were just a afterthought kind of thing.
Yeah, but I felt just so at that moment, just
you were happy. Yeah, because especially if you're in a relationship with that person. Oh, I'm happy they come to see me. That is one of those.
And I remember just being there, and I remember I was working at Walmart at the time. I was working overnight, and I don't know if you guys know about our schedule, but we get the hour breaks. So I was able to leave, and go home for that hour because pretty much so he made it to my apartment around. He made it like probably like around 1, 12, something like that. And I think I take my breaks pretty much so like at 2 or so or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I went. Straight home because my job wasn't that far from my apartment. And I went to, greet him and say, hey, glad you're here and stuff like that. You settled in, you got everything you need.
Yeah.
And of course, I already knew that, but still, all I want to say, you know what I'm saying? So I went and I remember we just sat there and we was just like chilling. And I was just like laying down by him. And I think he was talking about something he was talking about changing his hair. Mm-hmm. So... And, I know he was always into that point of trying to be, stay young, for skincare and stuff like that. Just like kind of trying to stay young. Uh-huh. So I was like, oh, yeah. And I was just listening to that and everything. And I was like, and I think he said something about dyeing his hair. And then I was like, pretty much so, like, it doesn't, I was like, I don't mind you great, growing old gracefully. Like, it doesn't matter to me, but you know what I'm saying, just let him know that I would love you no matter whatever. So I was kind of like saying that, like, you don't need to do anything. And he was like, he took that as, oh wow, he thought that was disrespectful and was like, that, like, you telling me like that, like, who said I want to change my hair just to be young? And I'm like, well, I'm not saying that. I'm kind of like just letting you know, because I just get that feel off you. Yeah. That's what pretty much so you probably want to do. So it could be a scenario where I probably was wrong, but I don't know. I just didn't look at it that way. I look at it as a point that I know that you're struggling with that. Yeah. And you're being with me, and it's kind of like I'm young, and it's kind of like it's intimidating because I remember like he don't like my haircut. Like when I don't know you guys. When I cut my hair, I look very, very young, like very, very young. But when I have hair on my head, I look close a little to my age. Mm-hmm. So he despised me to have my hair cut. Yeah. So he wouldn't like when he see bald face, it upsets him. When I have a lot of hair, he loves that. So, and he just had problems with that. So it was just a issue I just brought up, and I felt like it was a moment to bring it up at that moment and say, I love you regardless of how old you get. Like, I love you. And he was like, no, like, why would you say that? You're I never was trying, I was changing my hair because I wanted, not because I'm feeling old or whatever case may be. And I was like, okay. Oh, yeah, like, kind of like puzzled. And I never seen, I seen him get upset a lot, but I never thought he would probably hit me. And it just happened so quick, and I just know he hit me. And it's like, I was just shocked because I'm not used to people putting their hands on me. Like, I've been in fights, like, probably when I was a teenager, but like, I'm not used to that. Like, putting your hands on me, no. And I was just like shocked. I was like, did you really just hit me? And all that. And it was so bad. He had like told me to get out of the house. They told me I get out of my own apartment and go back to work. And I did. And was like, I'm gonna leave if you don't leave right now and all that. And I left. And I went to work with an eye. And that was the first black eye I ever got in my life. And I remember just being at work because I didn't realize that it was there till I got there. And like checking the mirror, and I was like, I gotta go home. So I went to my supervisor at the time, and I was like, look, like, I kind of like got into like a scuffle at the gas station. Like, some guys like beat me up, and like, I need to go home. And I think one of my coworkers who I was really close with at the time, she synced it, and she like automatically knew what it was. And I kind of try to hide it from everybody. Like, I just walked in the store with my hand over my eye, like going to, because I had to go way to the back to go see him. Because I was trying to, hopefully he was in the front, but I had to go way to the back. Oh. And I did. And I went home and all that. And then he was like, why are you here? I told you to go to work. And all that. I was like, well, they sent me home because I like this black eye and all that. You're lying. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what? I was not going to let them know that I asked to go home. But I just left. I was like, no, they told me I can go home. They didn't want me to come up to work looking like that. So lucky I was off the next 2 days afterwards. Yeah. So I can let the healing go down. But still, I was working 2 jobs. So I had to go to my other job as well. So I had glasses. So I like used the glasses at that point. But that's when the swelling was going down because I had to be to work days later. And, he apologized for that. He was like, well, I'm just going to apologize for hitting you in your house. But it was like, you're not apologizing for hitting me. Because it's like, he's saying, the way he was saying, like, I don't know how you put it, but it's like, I'm just apologizing because I hit you in your house.
He felt like he had to apologize, not that he felt bad about the situation.
Yeah, it felt like he was apologizing for hitting me in my house, not, he like, whatever I feel like I should have hit you, but I just felt like I shouldn't hit you in your house. That's what he was saying. And it was really hurtful. It was like really, really just, and I'm not saying that he was like constantly just hit me. It was just like when we got in arguments and I would call him out on some things, he would get angry about it and just like hit me. And and I just, that just was just like a lot. And you know what I felt? I was never scared of him.
Yeah.
That's the point. So I really I think I never will be in a situation where I feel like I'm scared of a person. Like, I was never scared of him. Never. Because I know I like, boy, because he used to be scared of me. Actually, like when I think the second time he had hit me, and it was like he was like scared, like he thought I was gonna like attack him, because he was like not that tall than me, like I was taller than him and all that, and I was like, I will slam your ass, but he was like really fearful of me, so I was never scared of him. I just felt like, because I feel like if you're in love with somebody, if I feel like I gotta put my hands on you, I won't be with you, because then I think you're the enemy. So if I'm gonna put my hands on you, you're the enemy. Yeah, that's how I look at it. So I just didn't have my urge to put my hands on him because I loved him that much, and I feel like it was just a situation that I kind of like blame myself, but still trying to find out this person. Like, why would you put your hands on me? Why would you hurt me? Like, why would you do that to me? And everything. And no, it did not turn me on. That was not something that I was into at all. But some people are. I don't know. Like,
there are people who are into that. It's not.
That's called S&M. Just do S&M. Don't let them physically like.
It's the thing. Like, that ruins people afterwards. Because it's like, you're like, oh my God, can I trust people? It's one of those kind of things. But I mean, it's so the question is, what lesson do you feel like you've learned from it?
I learned to not let nobody put their hands on me, and that's not love. I feel like when you put your hands on somebody to hurt them in a matter, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you
don't truly love that person.
Yeah, you don't love me the way I love you, because I couldn't dare like put my hands on you.
Yeah.
And it was like, and this was the Aries, by the way, who put his hands on me.
By the way, you guys, domestic abuse cases do actually happen to the lgbtqia community. We do have domestic violence in our community. It's not a joke. Please don't take same-sex relationships abuse as a joke. Like, don't joke about stuff like that, because that's not a joke.
It is.
That's not fun. It's not cute. It's not, oh, y'all fighting? Y'all just fighting. No, it's
like,
not.
And it was, I think it's different when fighting is, it can lead to fighting, you know what I'm saying? But if you feel like someone's just attacking you, just putting their hands on you and stuff like that, that's just so much. That's just too much. And I feel like that's just something that I'm not gonna ever. And I think that was the one relationship I ever went through that with, So and that was gonna be the last, because I was like, I'm not gonna let nobody put their hands on me like that. And it was just, and I don't know, it was really hard. I remember I told him, I was like, because he slapped me in the car. Like, that shit was just like, amazing, like, how angry he used to get. And I was like, do you really like hate me to sit up in here and like do that to me? You really like hate me? And turned around, got back in the car, was like, and I think that was the last time he ever hit me. And I think after that, like, around the time we like broke up, or like right after. And it was like, he's like, you just like make me mad. I was like, I actually made a statement. I said, you said, and I'm like a damn Tina Turner. Mm-hmm. You said you're not gonna hit me no more. I was like, you said you was not gonna hit me no more. I'm like, you really are just putting your hands on me. And I'm like, why? Like, that was like, I could not believe that. It was a lie. But it ain't gonna happen again. They're just gonna have to catch these hands. So that they don't love you if they're gonna do it, because like I said, they don't love you.
True.
They don't love you in a way. I wouldn't say they don't love you. They don't respect you, because if a person respect you, they're not gonna put their hands on you. So I wouldn't say that. Let's bring that back. They can love you, but do they respect you? Yeah. And respect your wish. If you say, I don't want you to put your hands on me, I don't care how angry you get, you don't respect me enough. You don't have self-control. So they don't respect you or have self-control. Yeah. So that ties into both. Yeah. Because if a person ain't got self-control and still respect you, they're going to get help. Yeah.
But if they don't have either of those things, they just don't care.
You done for.
They don't care about you.
Mm-hmm. You done for. You might catch a case.
Yeah. But Okay, I guess my lesson learned will probably be the one I mentioned, the first one, because I don't really have that many relationships. The first ex. Ugh, it was a lot. It was a lot. I never went through like physical abuse, but it was mostly like his thing was like mental confusion and mental abuse and breaking you down and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I told you guys earlier that he was into his thing was white twinks. So it's like being in a relationship with somebody who doesn't really want you, but they want to be with you, but they don't want you at the same time. It's like never good for your psyche. Like it's never a good thing to.
Key point. I'm sorry to touch you up. Key point. What he said. Please listen what people say their types are.
Yeah.
Because I went through a lot of days where I heard people say their types and I wasn't registering to that, but they still want to be in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Because they will sit up and try to make you into the point what they want and the idea.
Or that person could come along and they'd be like, "Oh, I don't know who you are anymore," and then you've been with this person for 2 years, and next thing you know, they drop you for this person that they wanted. So yeah,
yo, keep on listening. I want somebody nice. Like, make sure whatever criteria they are setting up, you fit them.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, honey,
move on.
Don't be like, I can change him just because he said he wants you. If he really sat there and told you, because most like person be like, what you interested in or what you, don't change yourself to be with anybody. You know what I'm saying? You got to go at your own pace and your own beat of your drum and where you at in life. Because you might not be there where they probably are at. Exactly. Or what they wanting.
I watched this web show, Love at First Night. I introduced Tide Ho to it a little bit. So good. The second season, they're dealing with that kind of sort of situation. I haven't seen the rest of it, but the first episode, one of the characters is dating this guy who doesn't want a relationship, and he wants a relationship. So it's like that's going to be a reoccurring thing, I'm very sure, because the thing is, don't change anybody, or don't feel like you can change somebody, but also don't let somebody try to change you. You know,
you got to move at your own pace.
Yeah. So
at the same time,
it was a lot of that. Like he was very much about. Maybe I did want a relationship, and you didn't want a relationship, but he did want a relationship, but he didn't want one. So it's like a lot of.
Don't make a person.
A lot of signs.
When you know the point is you got to know what you want and know where you at and where you at the stage of whatever situation.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody give you that. I don't know. Cause
maybe I did want that.
Exactly. But it's a point is, look, you got to look at that. If a person, I don't know, but I'm with you. Yeah. Like, I'm here. If they give you that, I don't know, I'm just trying to see where things go. You know, I'm like, well, you get to that point of saying, hey, are we exclusive or not? Because you can still be dating a person exclusive, or just talking to a person exclusive.
Yeah.
Because don't let them give that, oh, man, we can, no.
Yep.
You gotta know what and if you're okay with that, be okay with that. I mean, you probably on the same token, like, okay, well, I can still do me too. So, I'm not gonna sit up there and stop you for doing as upon your desires as well. Exactly. So if y'all on the same page on that. But if hey, I want you, this is what I want, this is how, I'm feeling, and I'm just saying I just want to be exclusive. Don't rush a person. Yeah. But at the same time, for that exclusiveness, because everybody have a different way of dating.
True.
And you got to get to the point of how you're used to it. Y'all got to get on the same page because everybody dates differently. And I think I went in a kind of little similar situation with the person I'm dating. Now we had got on the, I think a little off. I'm not going to get that in, but it's just about communication. When you get communication,
that's the basic. That's
communication.
The
talk. Don't be afraid to talk about what you want, because I know a lot of people don't want to say it. And a lot of people are like, well, it should go unsaid or whatever. No, some situations you got to tell a person who you are, where you are, because you'll be with a person hanging out with them, dating all that, and they'll be thinking y'all just friends, y'all ain't really nothing. Yeah, you gotta say, they will. Excuse me. At the point in time, you feel like, hey, I'm going to text you, I like you, or whatever case may be, and I'm like, I know what I want.
Exactly. And you need to know what you want. If you don't know, let me know that. Be like, hey, I just want to go with the flow and I want to get to know you.
Or you that person in that situation don't know what that person, like, you don't know what you want, but you feel like this person wants you. Let this person know. Don't lead a person on. I think that's one thing I don't care who you are. If I'm even friends with you, if old Law was in a situation where I felt like he was on the fence with a situation and he felt like he was not, being front, I will have an issue with that. I will tell him, no, you should tell that person. So it goes anyway. Even with myself, I will say exactly what I feel. So don't do that. And I feel like I was in a situation where I was rushed through a relationship. Like, I was with the person, but everything was moving so fast, and I felt like I'm trying to grasp everything. I'm dealing with so much at the same time, but I'm trying to, like, I'm with you. I felt like I was with that situation, saying I'm with the person, but the person was just so aggressive. And it was a Pisces.
Okay,
I feel
anyways.
it. And it was just felt so aggressive in the moment. I was like, look, like, oh my God, like, you're moving, like, so quick. Like, everything was just happening. I'm like, look, I need to stop.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here.
But I'm not here.
I'm not here where you're at.
Level. Yeah.
But I'm willing to get there. But don't force
Rush
me. Don't push me. Like, let me breathe. Like, I feel like it was a situation where I couldn't even talk to my friends how aggressive and clingy this person kind of like was in a way, because it's like it was just so much. Like, it was scenarios where I go to work and this person turn around and say, "Oh, well, what I'm gonna do when you're at work? Hopefully you'll be doing what you need to do."
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, I don't know. Like, I got to babysit you.
Exactly.
So it was adorable at first, but then it was like, it felt like I was slave. Like, I have to, as soon as I get to work, I gotta come to you. I gotta be by you. Like, it felt like it was a chore versus, hey, if I want to catch drinks with my friend, I can sit around and catch drinks with my friend. Not, not that I have to report back home. No, I'm not gonna be in that scenario. No.
Yeah.
No, I have to have a life too. Don't be with a person and make a person feel like they don't have a life besides you. Because they had a life before you, and if you keep messing around, you ain't gonna be in their life, and they're gonna have a life after you. So remember that.
Yeah.
So I think that wraps up our relationships. The good. Well, sorry, we
I
haven't
didn't
dropped the
finish
good.
it. I didn't finish it.
You didn't finish what?
My lesson learned one.
Oh, the lesson learned. Oh, finish your lesson learned. We was going in. I'm sorry, you guys. We get carried away.
Yeah.
Well, I would say I'm getting carried away this video. Oh, don't worry. He has his moments.
Okay.
And he stopped to play Mighty. You trying it? Put this on. Put this down.
I lost that one time.
I'm glad you did lose, because you're losing your mind right now.
But a real one gonna win next time.
You're losing your mind right now. Hit it.
But yeah, it was a lot. He did a lot. Like, he was very, like I said, he was very confusing. And then it was like he would give me little breadcrumbs to make me feel good, and then like take it away. Like, he was very about, oh, I can't be too serious with you because I'm a rebel. I can't be tied down too long. I can't be this. I can't be that. It was just like too much. Like, it was just.
It's like holding you like a change in his pocket.
Yeah, he just felt like I was just.
When you got to change your pocket, it's not really worth nothing to you.
Yeah,
and that's the time you need it.
That's what I felt like I was. Like, he would, and then the thing is, he would do a lot of things that would make me feel like he did care. So it was like, so
they'll do that
confusing.
to hold on to you.
Yeah.
And that last relationship, that was the same thing. Like, do a little bit to hold on to you,
and then move right on.
And they don't know how much that means so much to a person. Like
you feel like,
oh, he cares.
Yeah, like, you listen here, and like, he would talk to me for a whole entire day, or we'll hang out for a day and cuddle and talk and stuff like that. So it's like little things like that I felt like was good, but he wasn't good. He was a toxic person. And I told you about that last time we met and what happened then. And I'm not going to say it on here because it's not, it's a lot. And it would make the situation much worse. It actually did to me. It was like, that was one of those things where it was like, this is the final straw. And then it was like he did what he did, and then afterwards he got mad at me because he was like, I was talking to him. And I was like, what do you want? Like, what do you want with me? And then he was sitting there like, I just want friends. I really just want that. And then I was like, okay, that's cool. And then he was like, you're not finna cry or nothing. You're not finna be a crybaby or something. And I was like, you just did what you just did to me. And you're telling me that I shouldn't cry about what you just did to me? And it was, it was one of those situations where
I was at in this scenario. Was I there?
Yeah, you were. That was around the time when we were still talking. And remember I told you I had I sent you those pictures of him that me and him took together.
Oh yeah. Do I say? Oh no, because remember I deleted all our messages.
Yeah,
because I had to make room for my phone. No, I had to make. Yeah, I did get a new phone. I got a new phone around that time. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where he did what he did, and it was like I don't know. It was like I wasn't heartbroken behind it. It just was like I was upset with myself because I felt like,
You put yourself back in that
yeah,
situation. Remember, you guys, you're in control. You're in
Yeah.
control. You don't have to talk to that person. And not saying that that person had fault, but you
Yeah.
got to take some ownership of what you allowed to happen to you. So these
Yeah.
lessons is for you to not let that happen.
It wasn't one of those kind of situations. It was one of those deals where you remember, right?
Wait a minute. Hold on. This was the deep one?
The who?
The deep one?
The deep one. What do you mean?
Oh, we'll talk about a commercial break.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Commercial.
But it just was one of those situations where just don't set your limits. Know what your limits are.
Mm-hmm.
Do not let anybody overstep their boundaries in those limits. Okay.
Yes.
That's really the thing in that. But we'll be right back, you guys. We're going to go right to our sponsors.
It's
our
still
unpaid sponsors.
It's unpaid.
They still
again.
We still not getting no money from this. So
whatever.
One day,
maybe.
All right, you guys. Hey, you guys.
Hey.
We're going to do a little bit something different for our skit today.
Yes.
It's not a real skit. We're going to touch on something deep, okay?
Yes.
All right. Well, we want to talk about the male rape victims and male domestic abuse victims and mention that this is a serious, serious, serious thing. Mm-hmm. If you are one, talk about it. Get it out there. Just find groups that you can find in the area that you can go to. Don't let anybody take you as a joke. Mm-hmm. And I know that our society doesn't see male rape victims and male sexual assault victims and any guy that deals with any of these things as serious, or guys who deal with body issues and stuff like that. I know they don't take that serious, but you need to take it serious. Yes. Because you need to make sure you're good as a person. There are a lot of people who are dealing with being victims of abuse, and then there's guys who deal with being victims of pedophilia from older people. Like, I just found out recently that Chris Brown was one.
Was he?
Yeah, he's a victim too. And he mentions how he was 13, 12, and he met this older woman, and the older woman slept with him. But in our society, that's a good thing. That's considered positive for a younger man to sleep with an older woman. It's not, you guys, okay? Mm-hmm. It really messes you up mentally and emotionally. So let's talk about that. I wanted to talk about that. I want to also talk about how I looked it up, and it says that according to the CDC, 1 in 7 men ages 18 or older in the U.S. have been victims of severe physical violence by a partner in their lifetime. And 1 in 10 men have experienced rape, physical violence, and or stalking by a partner. So, it's not, the numbers aren't that big because there's a lot of people that don't want to talk about this thing. And then there's a lot of people who don't consider it rape or don't consider it physical violence. They just consider it something, oh, she just hit me because I said something, or she's just violent, but it's not physical violence. They don't see it as physical violence or abuse. So, and this is also for us too, the lgbtqia community. We do deal with this too. There's a lot of that as well. So, don't let somebody take you as a joke. Mm-hmm. Don't let anybody take your situation as a joke. And don't let
society make you feel that just because you're a man, you're being abused by another man, or you're being sexually assaulted by another man, that they feel like, oh, you're another man, so, it's up for you. Like you could have, defended yourself. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever feel that way, of seeking out help.
Exactly. So we pulled up some resources, you guys. I know there's probably better resources. There's probably more resources. I do apologize. We were feeling the vibe of this. So we're going to go ahead and give you these resources. You ready?
You can.
Okay. So one of the resources that I'm seeing is called Male Survivor. And it provides resources to men that survive sexual trauma and deal with that. And you guys, please take these situations seriously. Like, take this seriously. Don't let anybody joke about what you've experienced. Don't let anybody tell you that you deserved it or anything like that. And don't Don't question yourself, okay?
Yeah.
This is serious. All right, go ahead.
Ooh.
Sorry.
It's pretty possible. Oh, what?
No, you're good. Hold on. Yeah, go forward. No, no, no. You went backwards.
I am.
Okay, it's off of there. Hold on. It was
Can
it
I
was on
just go
here.
forward?
No, it's not on there. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. The second one.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Okay, Safe Places. In Austin, Texas, provides service and shelter for men victims of sexual assault and domestic violence. We can help you locate shelters in your area where available.
Yes. Okay, the next one is the Center Against Domestic Violence. It's in New York. It also offers information and support for male victims. So if you need all that information about what to deal with, what to do after the fact, and everything like that, you definitely want to check that out.
You can also visit helpguide.org, helps for abusive men, abused men.
Yeah. And there's one for us, the LGBTQ community. It's called Lamb Does. And it's a anti-violence project provides support and resources to victims of violence. You guys, please take this seriously. Like, don't.
There's someone out there who's going through what you're going through. Don't think you're the only one.
Yeah.
There's someone out there, and if you need to tell a friend or just talk to anyone, yes, definitely
Don't hold
take
that
it
in,
serious.
and don't, because there are a lot of men who do deal with that, who deal with sexual violence, especially like pedophilia, and it like they don't see it as bad, so it's like they keep that in their hearts and they keep that situation going, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm just, like they just don't. And that's why I think some of me feels bad for Chris Brown in some ways, because I feel like and guys like him who deal with that, but they don't deal with it in the right way. Like they keep it in and they think, oh, it's okay, I can do that. This is okay.
Do not run from it, no.
Yeah.
You have to deal with things emotionally. It's the only way you can get through life without that resurfacing. Because I feel like anything you go through bad, it's going to resurface. It's going to come in a thought. It's going to be something that probably happened that makes you feel that way.
Yeah.
But you have to have dealt with it emotionally, because you're not going to be able to get out of it. Because it happens. I mean, every day is a battle of just being there for yourself and loving yourself. It is a battle, because life hits you, and it hits you hard. And you want to be able to deal with things emotionally. So if for those days that you are down, that things don't occur like that, and if you haven't dealt with it mentally, you will self-destruct.
Yes.
So always try to deal with those things, and at your own time, but try to handle it as soon as possible. Like, don't just put it on the back burner, because, this is your story. This is your life. Don't think about other people. This happened to you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And you have to always remind yourself that.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we're going to get back into our podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Please make sure to check out those resources. If you feel like there's better resources out there, let us know. Or just get those resources and spread it, because we need to spread this information. This is really vital to us.
Exactly. And I think a lot of the things that we definitely did say it on there was kind of for like the state we're in, because we're in Texas. So for those who aren't in the state, just Google it, and try to find out resources for
and don't
your area.
Let somebody make you feel like you have to stay in any situation. Like, don't.
You're in control.
Yes. Don't let your family, don't let your friends, don't let your coworkers, nobody.
You're in control.
If you know for sure you're in a bad situation, you need to leave and never return.
You're in control.
And yes. Keep saying it.
You're always in control. Don't, because they'll try to take the power from you to make you feel like you're not in control. You are in control.
Exactly. It's your life. You're the only one that can live it. All right, you guys.
All right.
Hey, guys.
We're back.
How are you guys doing?
I know. It's oh my goodness. I know it got a real rough, a little heavy right there. You
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used all the napkins here, you guys. We all used all the napkins here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're gonna just pretty much wrap it up with our last topic.
Yes.
Do you want to go in?
Okay. Yes, I
Okay.
will. All right, you guys. The first thing I want to talk about is unrealistic expectations and where you got yours. So I will begin with saying that the unrealistic expectation that I had when I was growing up was the idea of the thug that changes and falls in love with you because you change him, kind of sort of,
Lord
because
have
you just,
mercy.
and I got that from like EGC. I used to read the stories a lot, and then a lot of our movies and shows, that's all we are. We're the DL guy who falls in love, or we're the gay guy who gets the DL guy. That's it. That's all. Those are the only people together. We never have two gay guys who are together who,
Maybe.
yeah.
Well, are flamboyant. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Or even if they aren't, they're together. They're happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like I said, a lot in our gay community, that's what people are looking for.
Yeah.
You know, they'll go through this phase of just looking for this person, but they have somebody that's like so amazing and really care about them and would be.
And they actually like the person.
Yeah, they
but
like
they're
the person,
You're
love
not
them.
who I want.
Yeah, you're not the atypical guy that I want and all that, you know, and, you know, that's just not gonna.
And that's the problem with our community right now. We're in this
And that's why they're always at the gay club
like
still looking.
Heteronormative.
And still on Jack.
Yeah.
Still at the gay club looking on Jack still.
Because they want that, you know, and it's not going to happen. Excuse me. So that's
like,
why
I think it can happen to some people, but it's like, I think
it's
that's
rare.
it's very rare, but everyone's looking for that.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, that thug that you're probably looking for, pretty much, you're probably looking for the thug too.
Yeah.
So
most of them are.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm not saying lower your expectation, but being to the point of finding somebody that's nice in general, that really like you, that gets you, that understands you, that can deal with you. Because let me tell you something. A lot of you girls are not, and I repeat, not, y'all a lot to deal with. Yeah. And if you find somebody that can sit there and understand your retarded self and deal with your crazy, because I think we all have a little silly and crazy in us. Yeah. And when they can get that and see through all that and be like, you know what?
I love you still.
Your retarded old silly self, you know what I'm saying? And you find that, you know, that's just amazing. And Amara, you just look, once you find it, you know you got it. Don't be that person, the one that got away. No, I found it. You right here. Where we going? Where we going? Excuse me. You ain't going nowhere. You better hold on to that.
We have this thing. And the thing is, also, like you said earlier, the thug is just trying to find other thugs. Also, they don't like you or respect you enough to date you. They want to sleep with you.
Exactly, because they're thugs, so everybody's throwing their coochie at them.
Yeah. So they know they got it.
Everybody throwing that boy pussy at them.
They could be the crustiest, the rustiest. They could be the ugliest. They could be musty. But they're a thug. That's all that people care about.
I don't know why people would think their pussy so good that they can hold down a man, too. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Especially at that caliber, if you're a thug in the gay community, a Trey, you know how much ass is being thrown at him?
A lot.
He can go in the club and people would just be pulling on them.
Exactly.
Because I had actually my friend who had a friend who came out here from Miami, and he's a very nice looking guy. And I was like, honey, they're gonna eat you alive. And sure enough, they was pulling on him and everything because he was kind of like a Trey or whatever. So, you know, that one is hard to tame, honey, even when you got him. Because everybody wants them.
Exactly. It's like you said before.
I never said you couldn't date them or try not to date them, but still in all, don't let your expectations just be that. Lower your expectations
with that one.
I don't even say lower your expectations. I'm just saying
don't put all your eggs in that basket. Don't put all your eggs in that basket because it's a chance that you're not keeping the basket.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah. And it's just like, that's the problem with our community. We have this thing up, this heteronormative idea of what we need. And it's like always, I want the straight acting guy. I want this.
And I think that's what Mike's like really wanted. But, you know.
And at one point in time,
Hopefully he got it.
At one point in time, I did, because that was all I saw. The DL guy, the thug, that one with the heart of gold. No, was never there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things where you have to
My ex
realize
was like kind of my first ex. He was kind of acting like that.
the thug with the heart of gold.
No, he wasn't no heart of gold. He was no heart of gold. But that was kind of like the case scenario. But he was still throwing the fuck off.
Yeah. And you guys, don't go for these ones that be just like, you be like, oh, he's so fine. Don't go for the Trey Songz type.
Get somebody that respect you. I don't care how good they, if they respect you and love you and treat you right and get you and understand you and you know that it's real at the end of the day.
That's all you need.
That's it. So don't be looking for...
He could be... The thing is, don't be sitting here going, I want that Instagram model type. I want abs. I want this. I want that. I want that. And you find him, but he's not trying to be with you. He just want to sleep with you. Or even if he's not trying to sleep with you, he just want to use you for your money and go.
Set honorable standards.
Yeah.
I would say, okay, he gotta probably have you have to have a job. Okay, I can get that.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, well, he gotta be a certain size. Hey, everybody got size preference. He gotta be attractive. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like, just basic stuff. Like, I probably want him on the right side of the law.
Oh, yeah.
That too. Because some people consider drug dealing a job. I'm like, hold on. Not that kind of job. But, whatever the case may be, don't be all over the top. Oh, he got to have this gorgeous car. He has to have this big, big job. He has to have degrees and all that. Honey.
If you can't provide that yourself as well.
Because I went to a situation like that.
Yeah.
Asking all that. But was sleeping on his friend's floor.
Yeah.
Well, okay, not floor. I mean, okay to blow up sofa.
But still, if you can't yourself provide that, don't expect him to have to provide that.
And don't expect everyone to be on what you on.
Yeah.
Like, look, I want a person that I feel I can grow with. Mm-hmm. Be with, understand. I know I have that person, so I'm happy. And it took me a while to get used to that because it was abnormal. But like I said, at the same time, just lower that expectation because y'all girls doing too much. That's why y'all girls single.
True.
Y'all probably already had the person y'all supposed to have. I'm glad the person didn't realize what they had. That's why I got that person now. Okay, the desired types that does not exist. Oh, I think we kind of hit that.
Yeah, we did. What's something that you feel like should be a common thing in what you want, what a person wants relationship wise? What's something you see as good?
I would definitely say the respect and the truth. I'm very big on truth. I don't care if it's good, but if you let me know exactly what's the problem with the issues, let me make that decision. Don't let me figure it out. Don't leave me on. Because I feel like that's a lot at the end of the day. So I feel like as long as you have the truth and respect for me, I can work with that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Yeah,
You tell me that.
And consistency. Be consistent with what you're saying. If you feel like you want something with me, tell me that you want something and mean that. Don't say, oh, I want something and don't mean it. Because I'm going to tell. I'm going to know that you don't mean it. And what's the point of me even putting an effort into something?
Exactly.
But yeah, just don't set unrealistic standards for yourself for a mate, a person that you're going to be with. Don't expect that you're going to get a Trey Songz type or a who's another one that people love, or Zac Efron type, or what's that guy? You didn't see the New Edition movie, but that really pretty light skinned looking guy. Oh, you didn't see him? Okay, he's really nice looking, but don't expect those. And you can't, don't expect those because those aren't looking for you. I mean, you might find one and he might love you. You never know. But don't be just seeking out that. Don't just seek out the ones who look like the pretty Instagram type dudes or the really nice fitness ones.
I'm not saying as you can't go out, but don't expect that that's the person you want to be with.
Yeah, because you never know.
Exactly.
You might fall in love with somebody and he don't look anything like that.
Just relax and go with the flow. You'll pick up something.
Exactly.
Okay, so the last one you have on that is no fats, no femmes, no
disease.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to touch on this lightly because we want to make this its own thing where it's going to be gay culture part 2. And we want to talk about the for a lot of people, they have this thing where they don't want the fat guys, they don't want femme guys, they don't want anybody with diseases.
Okay, we're just not gonna even touch on that. We're gonna just put that in our gay culture one.
You sure?
I don't want to touch that. That's just too.
It's gonna be deep.
It's gonna be too deep. So we're gonna drop that. We're gonna drop that last one, y'all guys, and put it in gay culture 2, which will be coming very soon.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah, we're gonna drop that.
All right, so that's it.
Let's wrap it up. So I guess the moral of the story is in a relationship. Remember, at the whole time, you're in control of your action, or if you want to be in a relationship, but never feel like you're a prisoner in a relationship. You know, I always like for a relationship to win. I'm always, I love when love wins, and when love fails, I really hate it. But at the same time, I understand that as well. So remember, you're in control, and love.
Yeah.
Love is here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever relationship you've been through, I know the past, whatever, learn a lesson from it and keep it moving. I would say so,
Yeah. Basically that you are in control, but make sure that make sure you're okay with being alone.
Yeah.
Be okay with being alone.
Because I think that's the key point. You have to be in a relationship with yourself.
Yes, first.
You gotta know exactly how you gonna tell the person what
first person you gotta be in love with is yourself.
And get to know yourself. Because when you know yourself and everything, you be like, look, I know what I want. I know what this is. Like, how you gonna tell the person what you want if you pretty much haven't been in a relationship with yourself to know what you want? You gotta get into you and knowing what your fine ass needs.
Also, to expand on that other point, I'm not saying don't go after those guys. You can always go after them. You can still find them attractive. Like, don't.
I never say go. Yeah, you can go after whoever you want.
Yeah, and you can still find them attractive. I find some of them attractive myself. So it's one of those things where you don't have to stop yourself from finding them attractive. Just know what you can handle with people. Like, know what you want with the person, and know what they can give you, and all that, and just be fine with that. And when they tell you, I'm not interested in anything more than this, or I'm not interested in you as a person.
And remember,
don't take that. Don't. If somebody says that they're not interested in you, move on. You're fine. You're in control.
You remember, you're in a relationship with yourself. So, honey, okay.
That's fine.
I'm like, shoot. I can get back to me. I can get back to my man. Mm-hmm. Like, who your man is? I thought you said you was only dating me. Oh, myself, honey. Yeah, we kind of feel like you was taking up a lot of our time anyway. So I'm glad, like, me, myself, and I, we kind of like glad.
Yeah, and that's it.
All right, you guys. This was how long? Did we really went that hard into it?
I don't think so. I think this is not that long. This wasn't that long.
Remember, this is part 1, you guys, because I think it's an on continuance.
That's not that long.
No, we had another one before that.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty long.
It's an hour. So, all right, you guys. It was nice talking to you again. Remember, find your own peace, find your inner peace
and love.
Yeah, and be okay.
Remember, you're in control.
Exactly. If you want to go around and thought about and be with a bunch of different guys, and that's what you want to do,
and protect
do
yourself.
That. Yeah, protect yourself still. But if you want to do that. Just make sure you're in control of that situation.
You're in control.
Don't let it get out of hand. Mm-hmm. But all right, you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.